Uh, a very good morning, all of you, to Vidhi and all the students. Today with us, we have Miss Vidhi Bhatt, who is working as team lead with Third Rock Techno. She has more than 5 years of experience with the IT industry in the multiple technologies like Angular and in multiple domains like IoT, survey management, podcast management. Okay, throughout her experience, she has worked with clients to understand the requirements and help them to improve their products. She has been helping the organization in finding new talent and also to finalize new technical strategies. Fine. While working with the team, she has also helped her teammates by guiding them with the tasks or checking their work, leading meetings to explain workflow management with their customers. Okay, and apart from her technical knowledge, she also has a hobby of reading books to gather knowledge. Okay, to guide the students on their journey to become IT professionals. Fine. So she is here with us today to help you all find in your journey to become an IT professional. So, Miss Vidhi, over to you now.
Okay, thank you, Prerna. Good morning, everyone. So, as Prerna mentioned, I have been in this IT industry for more than 5 years, and our topic for today is corporate etiquette. So, I hope I could guide you all for how you should behave in this corporate world from my experience and knowledge. So, let me share my screen. Hope it's visible. Hello, it's
Yes,
visible.
it's visible, Vidhi.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, mainly, what is etiquette? Let us start with having knowledge of that. So, etiquette is how you should behave and what is the expectation of society from us to behave in any public area or social gatherings or in office or in any corporate place or any working area. So etiquette is basically defines our formal rules, how we should be mannered and all. It is mainly the guidelines for politeness and how we are representing ourselves and having good manners while talking with others. We should be kind, we should be we should be pretty formal, not extra formal, but mainly formal, and that is what corporate etiquettes represents. It reflects ourselves, our culture, and how we have been grown up. Like we would not like to be at a place where people we find like these people are not like us or like not and will never be comfortable with them. So why should we also not behave like that? For that we should have these etiquettes and the manners. It helps us to show some respect and consideration to people we are working with. While working in corporate world, you will many times face a situation that some of the senior or some of the colleague is not working properly with you, is not behaving good with you, or with anyone. So you would not like to work at such kind of places, right? Even in your college, if the environment is not good, if people around you, if the students or teachers are not good, you will not like to learn there. So at that time, what they should have good manners, etiquettes, hygienes. These all things matters a lot while being in a corporate world. So why we should have this corporate etiquettes? To show how professional we are, even by when you all will move to the corporate world after this college. You will not be in a school or college or any friends gathering anymore. You will be at a place which is your workplace, and being at a workplace you should have some different behaviors, some formal behaviors. So that is a mandate thing to be at a workplace, that will create your good image and shows the people that you are trustworthy. If you are not behaving good, if you are not dressed up properly, if you are using bad words, or if you are not properly hygiene, at that time people will not trust you. They find that I will never be comfortable with this guy working with. So at that time what you should have, that manners, right? You are not anymore with your friends, you are at a workplace, you might become friend, or like you might develop that relationship in future. But still, even if you have your best friend working with you in your office, you should have that manners that you are at a workplace. So that is important part of being at a corporate or IT office. Not even IT, any kind of offices, like we are, if we, even though we are working in any kind of industry like banking industry or anywhere, we should have this etiquettes. And for example, you are not having that good etiquettes, or you do not have that proper manners, in that case, that you will not be able to convey your message to your colleague or your work or your partner anyway. uh, that will create a great miscommunication with you all. Even your point is correct, they will never like to listen to you. They will consider that that this people, I'm not I should not even listen to this guy, because look at him, they will think like this. So you should have that, you should build in yourself that no, I have to maintain my image and create, or also create an image that everyone listens to you and have some respect with you. And for that you also have to create a respect. It will be a mutual respect. So that professionalism, that environment improves communication, and at the end your work will be recognized, or you will like to work at a place, or that will create that will deliver a good work. So that is how a corporate or IT industry works. I'm being at an office, I sometimes feel some people are very loud while working on, while talking on a personal call or anywhere. I feel like no, no, I will not like to work at this place. Sometimes some places are over disciplined, like you should not even touch your phone. You should not even move your screen from work or anything else. So that will also not help you. So etiquettes or manners or discipline should be to a particular limit. It should not cross anyway. Okay. What are some common or important corporate etiquettes? So those are like electrical communication, like in this new norms or after COVID phase, communication has mostly been on the phone or email or video meetings or Zoom meetings or anything we say. So it is very important to have those kind of etiquettes, telephonic etiquettes, as I mentioned. Office etiquettes comes when you are working from office. uh, those things we should maintain in a particular office. Meeting etiquettes, while working with clients or to your senior persons, you might be included in multiple meetings, like you might have 10 to 12 meetings in a day, which I am facing right now. So that will, in those meetings as well, you have to be mannered and create your image to let other people trust you to be in that meeting. Dining etiquettes, so there will be sometimes like you have to go with a client for a lunch or dinner, or with your colleagues, with your teams, your office might take you on that. At that time also you should be mannered. You are not anymore going out with your friends. So these are some important etiquettes. Do you have any questions till now? Okay. Moving ahead. What the first, let us start with the electronic etiquettes, which will be the email etiquettes. Emails are our regular part of being in IT industry, having communication with client, applying for leaves, like clearing some doubts with other teammates. We have to go through this by email, because what happens, like when we communicate verbally, it may be a scenario that you might forget or other people might forget. At that time we communicate with emails. So at that time email should be proper, like with it should represent yourself with a proper with a mannered way. So email etiquettes are mandatory. Some organizations have some different rules of writing email, like for example, that this in the signature part you must add the organization's name. Some templates may be followed, so we should have that knowledge of our organization, what they are following, and we should go on the same way. Subjects, many times students find that what should I add in the subject. So subjects would be like a brief about your meal. It will be simple. It should not be like suppose you are applying for a leave. It should not be like, subject should not be like leave. It should be a request for leave. So that way you represent yourself that you are writing in a professional way. Then email should not be long and lengthy and like full of unwanted information and anything else. It should be short, brief, and having it should mean, I mean, it should have all the information you want to transfer. By keeping it too short, you should not avoid the informations. Grammars and spelling, many times we face issue with our English, and we write what we know. But it would be good if you write, if you google it, or have some help with other teammate or anyone else, so that it would help to other people while like while reading your mail. For example, you are doing a client communication and you do not write in a proper way, that will create a bad impression of your company. Your mail's tone should be proper. By tone I mean like uh, note, we should not use any words which we should use we use with our friends or colleagues. So these are formal mails. This should be formalized. Do not forward junk mails to your teammates or your senior person or your managers. Mail should be sent to a concerned person only. It's not like you are applying for a leave, then let me send to all my teammates and let me send to my manager and HR and everyone. No, it should be only to HR and manager, because they are the persons whom you are reporting, right? So at that time, what will happen, like you are forwarding each and every mail to everyone. What I face sometimes, like some of the teammates write my name in, like add me in CC in every mail, which is even not informative to me, or I do not even want to know that what is happening to him or her, right? So these are not good. Templates of like uh, for example, some of the companies follow some particular templates for sending some mails. So if you are writing a mail through a company, you should follow that standard. It's very important to read and check if your mail is proper before you send it. Keep the attachment to a minimum and mention your attachment in the in the content that you have added some attachment. Language and the way of writing the email is very much important while writing the mail. It will create your impression. If you are using the rich text editors or htmls or anything, take care with that. It should not be extra. The telephonic etiquettes. So while we are while we are not in the office, while we are working from home, or even we are not working from home, there will be scenarios like your I mean your company might have multiple offices, or you are communicating with client. The telephonic etiquettes are most important in working while working in a corporate world, because most of the communication happens such ways like um, as I mentioned, client communication is the most important part. You are having meetings on phone, so the phone may be your cell phone or any Zoom call or any meet call, anything. Okay, so first, while you are creating a meeting, you should follow your organization's rules. I mean, uh, you should be available for your client or any senior person or even junior person. uh, you should try to be available it, for them to have some respect. For example, if you have given a time to a particular person and you are not being available at that time for a call, he will feel insulted. So that is a way of showing your respect to that person, that yes, I am available because I told you this time. So that is an important thing. Speak clearly and distinctly, stating your name and the name of your organization. So you are representing your organization while you are on a call. At that time, you should mention yourself and as well as your organization. That shows your loyalty to your company. Professional tone is mandate while you are on a call. If you are taking a message on behalf of anyone else, so take those messages and deliver it as hello. Okay, so take those messages and deliver it as soon as possible. While you are on a meeting, you should always turn off your phone or silent it, because I have faced this many times. Like we are in a meeting and another teammate's phone rings in between, or any unwanted sound plays of like a song or anything else, so that will disturb and cut the flow of that meeting, and will show the disrespect to the person who is conducting this meeting. And avoiding talking on calls is also a important part, because you are in a meeting and you are also taking another call. I mean, that will not show your attention to the person. uh, while you are in a telephonic meeting and you are addressing the host, you should address them in a courteous manner, like with proper respect. You should not keep saying your things in between or anything, or long talks. That is not good. Never be impatient. As I mentioned, do not go in between the any conversation. Let that conversation be finished and then you jump into uh, listen carefully and then answer. When someone is speaking, listen, understand what he is trying to say, and then answer. Otherwise, if you just listen to them and you didn't understand his point of view, then you will jump in between with some wrong ideas, and that will disturb the whole meeting. When you are closing that meeting, you should like thank everyone or wish them a good day or anything with a proper formality, that people should have I mean that people should understand that you are now closing that this meeting. Okay, as I let the caller hang up first, like uh, y- the caller hasn't hanged up. Maybe he might have to add anything else, and you just hanged up the phone. That will be disrespectful to him. Maybe he wanted to add anything else, or something is left in that particular meeting. For that to be finished, you should wait for the caller to hang up first. Always sit in a quiet place while having a conversation. Yeah, so we have been working from home since last 2 years, and in this situation I have heard like so many of background noises, except that people's voice. Somewhere a child is crying, cookers whistle, or anything like I am hearing so many extra noises. Sometimes I have to respect that, I have to like request that person to please go to a quiet place so that I can even listen to him or her. So never be in such a situation that will be embarrassing for you, and that to another person as well. So while you are in a telephonic meeting, this thing is like a mandate to be at a quiet place. Okay, do you have any questions till now?
Ma'am,
Yes.
sometimes junk messages that are contain important mails that are to be kept in the mail account or not.
If the mail is coming into the junk and the information is important, then we should move it to the inbox, the main part. It will be in our mailbox, right? Not to that, not like we are sending that junk mail to anyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay. Office etiquettes. This comes in a picture while you are working from office, from any kind of office, from any kind of industries. Offices are place where we are working, that we are spending like half of our day at that place, and that place should be friendly for us. And for making it friendly for ourselves, we have to make it friendly for others as well, like they are also spending their half of day on on that place. For that, office etiquettes, which all I mean, which directly means the corporate etiquettes. Self awareness and using common sense is must required. Like you should be aware that I am at a office, I cannot play sounds without headphones. I cannot i cannot sit like I am at home. I cannot sit like we are sitting at sofas at our home. Those are common senses, and that should be a person have by born, like by themselves. You should not, no one will teach you that you should have by your own. Mind your own business. In office, we many times see person who are uh, want to know everything what is happening in that colleague's life, or what is he getting, what is the salary of this person and everything. No, you are not there to know all this thing. You are there to work and do your work. Never go over your manager's head. Your manager is there to guide you. You are reporting to him. It is okay to represent your point, or to put your point and trying to convey him, but not in a way that he feels disrespectful. Okay. Treat everyone with same respect. Even as we are trying to convey a point to our manager, that way we also try to convey our point to a junior person. He is also a human. You should not treat him with like a commanding person. He is there to learn and just teach them. I'm currently having more than 10 trainees right now. They all are different with their learning skills. So for me, it should be like all are the same, and I have to treat all with the same way. Okay. Do not post anything in group conversation with offensive nature, or any unwanted information. See, in future in IT, when you are working in an IT industry, there will be some groups, or like based on the company or based on the projects you are having, you will not be working alone, right? There might be 10 to 15 people working with you. So there will be a group for that, and you keep posting each and everything in that group which is not even related to that project or required to that. That information is not required to everyone. No one wants to know that. So don't keep posting everything in the group. Just you can message to that concerned person only, right? And of course that group is a professional part, and you have to handle it on a professional way, not using any offensive things or any bad words or anything else, right? If you want to share something funny or something out of the box, so you should create a group with those kind of people who should know that, right? Avoid being late. Of course that is a thing we should follow every place, everywhere, not even at the workplace. You should be on time at your college as well. Respect co-workers downtime. Sometimes some co-workers might be having some downtime, like they are not having a good day or anything. We should be at that time we should be friendly with them and trying to help them. We might not be in the same project, but we are in the same company, and that person wants to understand anything else, we can help. If we can help, then we should help. Keep meeting in conference room, not at your desk. Of course, you are at a office and multiple people are working with you. While you being in a call, those people might get disturbed with their work. Keep your desk clean. Hygiene is mandatory at office. When it comes to a desk hygiene, office hygiene, washroom hygiene, anything. So this IT field contains a very kind of a collar job or a office work job, which is quite friendly for us, instead of being in summer heat or anything, or like in the working out in monsoon and summer. That it will be very, I mean, not we are not going to like that much comparing to this office work. So if you are at office and you are having this pleasure to be seated in a AC office and work, then why not to keep it clean? What we should only do what things we are doing at a home. We will not like to be at a place which is dirty, unhygienic. Some people keeps their food on the desk, some unused papers or anything. We should not do that. Okay, mute your cell phones in the office. As I mentioned, no one will like if something bad rings up or anything. You should keep your phone on silent. Okay, any doubt in this? Any questions? Okay, considering it to know, moving to the meeting etiquettes. Meeting, as I mentioned, meetings will be an important part of an IT industry. From starting of a project to the end of that, there will be number of meetings. Sometimes I even face 10 to 12 meetings a day. So those meetings, all the meetings should have the proper etiquette. So all those who are in that meeting, even if you are junior or a senior, everyone. So meetings can be on call or in the office. If it is in the office, and you are moving to a conference room or a meeting area, and if you are the first one, open the door and show your courtesy to everyone to let them be in the meeting room, and then you can move ahead. Keep your cell phones in the silent while you are on in a meeting or a conference room. Be prepared. know what you are going to discuss in this meeting and do your homework. Get some information of what we are going to do, and so that what it will create your good impression, like yes, this person have this knowledge, and let me talk to him now. That will let the host of that meeting know that this person is having knowledge, and I can trust him, and he would be able to handle my project or my client or anything. Okay. Speak loud enough, so rooms will be bigger. And if you are shy, if you are not feeling to be speak loud, it's not good. You are at a workplace, you should keep your introvertness to side, your shy to side, and speak loudly, put your points, that will show your professionalism. And of course, actively listen and participate in that meeting. The meeting should not be go on any other path. We are at a work discussion, we are at a project discussion, we should follow that agenda. Ask the question at appropriate time. As I mentioned, we should not ever jump in between. The meeting is going on, some people are discussing something, and then you have any doubt, you should wait the two people's discussion to be finished and then jump into. Put away technology. You are I mean, by technology we mean like phones or even laptops. If it's not required to do anything in laptop, that we can keep it on site. If a meeting is offering anything to eat or drink, do it in a polite way, in a mannered way. It should not show your hunger or anything. Make notes of that meeting. You might forget some points to be noticed in future, so make notes of those meetings. Make your introduction properly, and even if you are hosting the meeting, let other people, like you should introduce everyone first. Okay. Any doubts till now? Any questions? Hope you all are understanding my points. Okay. Dining etiquettes, as I mentioned, you are taking lunch in an office, or you are going on a dinner or a lunch with a client or your colleagues or your companies, I mean managers or anyone. So dining etiquettes are mandatory at that time, because you are not anywhere anymore going with your friends that you can just chill out and have fun. No, you are at a professional dinner, like a formal dinner it will be. So at that time dining etiquettes are mandatory. That will show that you have some manners and some basic hygienes. The way you act at dinner, that will represent your personality and level of professionalism. This dinner is formal, so dress up accordingly, speak in that way. uh, Speak about more about the work we are going to do, not only about the fun and everything. Yeah, it should not be like we are only doing the professional talk, and the people are getting bored. But we should add our nature into that and try to create it friendly as well as professional. In the din If you are invited for a professional dinner or a formal dinner, you should be on time, dress appropriately. Yes, you are going on a dinner or an outing, but you are going on a formal dinner, so dress up accordingly. Dressing up at office, at an dinner or anywhere I mean mandatory. Yes, nowadays IT industry or all the work industries are not saying that you should always wear formal, but you should even not wear the clothes we are wearing at home. You should not come up with with shorts or anything. You should at least you should not never wear sleepers to office. This small things will be considered as your etiquettes. So dress appropriately. make light conversation, as I mentioned that try to be in the conversation, but not in a funny way, or in a way which you are behave the same way you are behaving with your friends, right? uh, have some conversation with the teammate or client to create a rapport with them, but not over friend, not in an over friendly way. We see some people who are just over friendly, and who are just digging to that person, who are just after that person, who is for example client, and who just wants to please them. That will also not show your good etiquettes, that will also not create a good impression of them. That person is a well-known professional, he knows what you are doing. Always saying yes to his things, and like pleasing him in everything is not a good etiquette. Yes, you have to make a conversation, you should not also get out of that, right? You should be involved in the conversation. We do many sessions in our company to get the people be involved in the team, so that everyone can understand what is our environment of the company and can be part of it. Each and every person is important and equally be important. Remember the purpose of dinner, as I mentioned, it should not get out of the way. Sit properly, okay, and eat when everyone gets their meal. Starting to eat before the senior person or client or anyone will show them the disrespect. Okay, be kind to your server, say thank you, and let him serve properly. All these things shows your manners. Follow your host, let's try to follow what host is doing, so that it will show the respect to that person. Show gratitude to your company for having such kind of dinner or lunch or anything. So these things are what we do at a client dinner or a company dinner or anything. But also we should follow all these things if we are having lunch in our office or even dinner at the office. Like suppose you are having lunch in the office, and you are you might be sitting with your colleague friends. They might be more than colleagues now, but it is also office, and that professionalism is should be also maintained there. Some office might have some environments like having games and everything, but at that time as well, like you should not keep playing games every time. It is for your relaxation, so use it in a that way. We being at we have many games, like we are having caroms, we are having sequence games and everything, we do play that. But it should be for around 15 to 20 minutes, not it would be like 2 to 3 hours you are just playing games. Let's chill out, let's have fun. Yes, company is allowing you to have some relaxation time, then you should also respect that company, right? No one, otherwise there are also some company who are not even letting the employees to touch their phone. So respect their show their your gratitude that company. Okay, these all are the types of etiquettes what we should follow at the office. And what should we do? Do you have any questions in that? Anything you want to add here? Anyone? Okay, so now what should we avoid? Our language is an important part to show your our professionalism. Like I am here talking about these things, and I'm not adding I'm not having good language, not a good way of speaking, or even if I'm taking it in person and I'm not having good body language, I'm doing some mischiefs and not behaving properly, you would not like to listen to me. In same way, if you are in a company, you should behave in a professional way. Choose your words properly, because that is our workplace, and respect that. Not giving credits. uh, you are going to work in a team maybe of 10 to 15 people, and they have all have added their part to make that work. As I meant, currently in my project there are around 15 people, and they are from front end, they are from back end, they are from mobile team, and each and everyone are putting their best efforts to finish that. And when we are getting some appreciation from client, each and everyone should know that we have got this appreciation, that will boost them to work harder, and that will show yourself that yes, this person is also respecting our efforts. So the efforts will not be failed, and they will like to work more. I mean, they would like to give their best. Okay, do not keep asking or saying your salary. In a corporate world, some information should be limited to some person, like when you get hike, or when you even joined, that in the salary should be limited to salaries information should be limited to you and HR. That doesn't need to be known by everyone. What will happen, like, you are getting salary based on your talent or your skills. All the person might not have the same, they might have more or they might have less, and they might be getting based on what they have. So do not keep asking or saying, yes, I am getting this much, I am getting this much. No, everyone is getting according to their talent. Okay, going to work seeker these days, maintaining social distancing and everything is mandatory. Do not go to office being having cold or anything, that will disturb everyone's work, and they will not feel good to be seated with you. Or and if someone is going away from you, you would also not like. So never go sick to office. You can ask for leave, or you can ask for work from home. Talking over people, this is a corporate world, not your school or college, so you keep uh, bitching about your colleague or everyone. You will be, this is not a school that you will tell your manager this person is doing this and he is going to punish him. No, it will not work like that. You should you should have a friendly behavior with everyone. Loud personal talks, we face this situation, like many people are on phone with personal talks, and they are speaking everything loudly. Yeah, what you are going to make in dinner and everything. That that will create an unprofessional environment, and will disturb if someone is like, for example, let's say I am in a call and person sitting next to me is doing a personal talk of what he is going to have in dinner. Then what will my client hear? All those things, that will not be good, right? So at that time, that person also should know that I should not do such kind of talking uh, at my workplace. I can go out for having such kind of conversation. And also the person in the meeting should go to the meeting area, to the conference area, to avoid such situations, right? Non-stop complaining, as I mentioned, do not complain. You are working in a team, you might have some miscommunication or gaps in between talks. For example, a person is from front end and a second person is from back end. Front end person will think like, I need to finish my work, and back end person will think like, I am going to think about back end only. No, you should think about the project, and try to have dissolve that doubt or anything by going together and finish that work. Inappropriate dressing, as I mentioned, dressing is important. when you will be joining as a trainee or as an intern, at that time as well, you are at a professional place. Never go with round collar t-shirts, or toned jeans, or slippers or anything. All everyone is not asking you to wear a professional, I mean the formal shirt and a formal pant, not even sari or dress anything, but at least wear something which will suit if someone comes from outside, maybe client or anyone else, and will see people working there, they are good, then he will like to work. Many times we have a situation that client is coming to office, right? So what we do, I mean, what some companies do, like they clean up the office at that time. They ask the people to be well dressed at the time. But why should not we do that all the time? We should have that manners always. So whenever someone comes surprisingly at that time as well, you might not face any embarrassing situation, right? Okay, the unpunctual behavior, as I mentioned, being on time is a important part where in a corporate world, for meeting, for office. In office hours, sometimes you might have a flexible hours, but it's not like you will come at the six o'clock in the morning and will go at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It will not good. Come to a time that your team is working on as well, so they will you will be able to communicate with them. Otherwise there will be so many communication gaps, right? So have be available at a proper time. These all things are what we should avoid being at a corporate place, uh, and what etiquettes we should follow. Any questions, any doubts, or anything anyone wants to add which I missed? Hello, Prerna, do you want to add anything? You can ask in chat as well. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, clear, ma'am.
Okay. So, Prerna, I'm done from my side. Do you have anything to add, or we can conclude this? Okay. So, can everyone turn on your camera so I can take a picture?
Hi, Vidhi ma'am.
Hi, Prerna.
Yeah. So, okay, we are done with the lecture, students. Fine. If you have any questions, you can ask to Vidhi ma'am. Everyone would like to participate. You have any questions, you can ask to Vidhi.
Yes, please. Or anything you want to add, even.
Yeah. You are getting a direct chance to communicate with a professional who is having more than 5 years experience and who is working as tech lead at the position of TL. So she's working at a very senior position. So if you have any questions, you can ask.
Hello, Vidhi ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Dr. Devarshi from GLS. I'm a faculty over here.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Vidhi, thank you very much for your
Yeah.
talk. Actually, I have also joined in your session. Actually,
Okay.
just we are planning to bring our student to the industry for the visit, right? And I thought ki student will definitely learn so many things from your presentation because student have to behave properly. Their means etiquette is playing important role in any company and for especially for the environment of the company,
Yes, of course.
right? So student, I hope they have gained good insight how they have to behave in the company based on your discussion. Thank you from my side.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so I guess we are assuming students are not having any question, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, we would like to wind up the lecture. Thank you,
Yes.
Vidhi ma'am, for your timing. Yeah, anyone would like to ask anything?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you all for listening.